way that I close chapters on things and then open up a new one. So it's like if I'm dwelling on something for a long amount of time, the only way to get that out of my head is to create something that I can see that finally ends it. My name is Jordan Debney and I'm a freelance artist from Wellington, New Zealand. With my artwork, I like to dabble in things that people mostly find quite repulsive and taboo, and I like to switch it around to make it more of a pleasant thing to look at, sort of a contradiction between ugly and beautiful at the same time. I've been painting and drawing pretty much as long as I can remember, really. I would just draw all the time, as much time as I could outside of my regular day job. I'd be up all night drawing. Around the same time, I suffered from a few mental disorders, depression and stuff like that. And my artwork was really the only thing that pulled me out of it. It sort of became a vice, really, like an addiction, but it's a productive addiction. I could go days and days without drawing, but if I do, I'm not in a very good state. But once I do, it all just brings it straight back and it's euphoric and it's amazing. I started getting more attention from clients when I started doing gig posters. Then that began to move to shirt designs for clothing companies around the world. And then all of a sudden I got picked up by a brand here in Wellington called ALC Apparel. Working in the fashion industry has sort of opened up a spectrum of mediums for me to work with. Just only this year I've been forcing myself to do a bit more painting and really forcing myself to do things I would normally be comfortable doing. Really big paintings I wouldn't have thought I would ever do. Breaking rules that I didn't even know could be broken. Recently I've discovered a great beauty in light, different kinds of light. Then I discovered blacklight painting, fluoro paints, mixing and making my own paints. So that way I could bring light into the darkness, metaphorically speaking and literally speaking. My creative process is kind of like a mathematical equation mixed with my own language, really. I could start off a week not knowing what I was going to end up with at the end of the week. I get extremely vivid dreams a lot of the time, so a lot of my dreams are actually quite heavily put into my artwork. I would gather everything that I've like references and stuff that I've seen that I've liked, and the way light reflects on certain things and the way petals on certain flowers are formed. It sort of plants a seed in my head where it's like I could do a painting and that could flow just like that with other elements put into that. First thing I would do is I would start out with a basic sketch. I'd work on that sketch quite multiple times, layering it and planning out every tiny bit of detail, every colour. And then by the weekend, I wake up first thing on a Saturday and I just go hard. I put music in and I just don't stop until it's done. My work is quite subjective. More often than not, the painting that I'm working on is more of a reflection of how I'm feeling at the time. It's sort of a reflection of my own internal mental struggles with my mind. There'll be a lot of skulls with multiple heads and heads split open, and a lot of my relationships go into my artwork as well. Breakups and rejection is a heavy influence with my artwork. Perceiving like multiple personalities in a way.